Okay, let's try this again. Welcome to the Stellaris show. It is January 28th, 2025. At least for me. It is January 27th for those of you in America. Sorry about that false start there. I basically screwed up the stream for the first 4 minutes because I didn't have audio. Yeah, I was muted. So I just you know what? I'm just gonna delete the stream and start over. And sorry about the late start, guys. I had an accident in my kitchen, and I had to fix it. So that's what happened there. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Kilt Warrior, how's it going, bro? Welcome back. All right. Check this out, guys. We are going to reboot the Eye of Sauron. And I've got some gameplay for you guys. And let me go ahead and set up the window real quick. We're going to play it. And, you know, and I may pause it from time to time, talk about something, mention something. But anyway, I've got to put it on projector mode. So, if I can do that. So, full screen projector. Okay. So I think it's this. Yes. Okay. Excellent. All right. So, we're going to go ahead. We got the projector going. And let me great. All right, so yeah, we got some gameplay, guys. We got some good gameplay for you today. All right, and we're gonna get right into it. And now I'm gonna press unpause. Okay. Yeah. All right. But actually, before we begin, I'll go back into it. If you want to know more about this build and the backstory, watch my first stream. I'll name it the prequel or something, because it was a failed run. I had to reboot it. So yeah, that map was a stinker. Now this one isn't great, but I'm not getting totally screwed by a bad economy and things like that. The game is going a little better. I've done something different this time. Also, not proud of this, but I lowered the difficulty because I want a sure thing, guys. I want things to go smooth. I don't want to lose. I mean, not that can't be entertaining, but I just want a smooth game. That's more like it. I want a smooth game. I don't want any surprises. I don't want to be any embarrassment. So I lowered the difficulty a notch. Just letting you guys know so that I could do this and just kind of do the role play here, and you know, so you guys can be entertained. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, if you need to know, it's on Captain. Okay, nothing really too hard for me anyway. You know, Captain's kind of the difficulty I put it on when I want to relax. You know, I'll put it on Commodore or higher when I want to try hard. So, yeah, but I don't want any frustration in this game, so we're gonna go with that. So now, what's really cool is the origin story for Eye of Sauron. Actually, even though it's your post-apocalyptic origin, it actually makes sense for this build. You know what it says here: the Great Hunger drove us forward, even before the mind was capable of processing complex thoughts. We hunted, we fed, and we grew. As prey began to grow scarce, the ravenous yearning for flesh forced us to adapt. We used tools and devised strategies as we feasted. So you can see this is pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and unpause this right now. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so we're just reading this here. We're gonna get started in a second here after we're done reading this. Well, let me go ahead and open up chat. Yeah. So I'm actually really proud of this build. This is a very interesting concept, very left field, very out of the blue. I just thought of it one day. I was like, you know, kind of like similar to somebody else did a video about like Skynet, and what if they had conquered Earth and branched out, became a determined exterminator. So this is along similar lines. What if Sauron had conquered Middle Earth? What if he took the ring, you know, ascended as a god, and basically, you know, killed Aragorn, and, you know, the bad guys basically what if the Lord of the Rings had a bad ending, right? You know, what if the bad guys won in Lord of the Rings? Well, I think this would be the natural next step for Sauron, because I think he'd be pretty bored sitting on that planet by himself in control of everything. He wouldn't want to stop there, I think. So the story is that he ordered his orcs from then on to develop dark technology so they could take the stars right now. As a devouring swarm, of course. What else would it be? You tell me if there's another build that fits the orcs of Mordor better than devouring swarm. Now, of course, obviously, there are a lot of differences between your traditional devouring swarm, you know, what you picture as that, and the orcs, you know, Sauron, the orcs of Mordor order. But there are some similarities if you think about it. One, it's definitely a hive mind. Sauron controls the orcs with his mind. Absolutely. They are subservient to Sauron. So, it does fit. It does fit. The orcs have been known to eat, you know, other races, you know, consume them almost cannibalistically. So that also fits. You know, meat's back on the menu, boys. You know, I mean, it's just unconventional, right? It's not your conventional devouring swarm. So I think that, but I think it still will work. I think it'll still work. So this is my first hour and a half of gameplay. We're just going to go ahead and review this a little bit and watch it and just kind of comment on it.
Construction
and for about an hour and a half, and then I'll end the stream. So yeah, so anyway, we're doing the obligatory, you know, queuing up our science vessels, you know, we're putting everything on automatic, we're picking our research. I believe we picked armor. That's really good. And then I forgot the other ones I picked, but we'll see them soon enough. And this is actually the most boring part of the game. Obviously, you have nothing. So, and you can't really build anything, and you just have to sit there and wait for the, you know, game to roll. So, looks like I may have enough energy credits soon. Or I decided actually with this planet, I was gonna do energy credits first. Try that this time. See how that worked out. The thing of it is with energy credits, if you're good on energy credits, very rarely will you have an economic credit. It's almost impossible. If you have a very high energy credit gain compared to your deficits, it is very difficult for your economy to have economic profit. You can always buy what you're missing.
Situation log updated.
For that reason. Now, if you have a lot of minerals, that does help, but the thing of it is, if you bank on any resource other than energy credits, one, it has diminishing return, and then two, I mean, it does if you buy it as well, but like, say I banked on minerals, right, and I had tons of minerals, well, it's going to become worthless at some point. But if you just produce a lot of energy credits, you're going to have a lot stored. So on top of that, and you'll be able to buy resources in bulk. So by the time you have to buy them again, the price hike will normalize. So that's why I do that instead of setting a market value, whatever. So looks like we're picking our first agenda, finding the voice. Really, if I were to put a tier list, that would be S tier. Finding the voice has been so useful to me over the years. I pick it every time it's available, and I rarely pick other things first unless I'm at war or some other kind of special situation. By the way, if you have a problem with my microphone or the sound or anything, I just adjusted my mic. Just leave a comment. Let me know that there's still an issue. As of right now, it's okay. I'm not really happy with where it is, but I need to make content. So, and I'm tired of fucking around. Pardon my French, but yeah, I am sick of not coming out with content, so I'm just gonna do it. And maybe I could buy a better mic. I think I will order one soon. I did just get paid, so I think that's good. You know, And by the way, thank you guys for the 4,200 subscribers. We've already gained 200 subscribers since we had our celebration of 4,000. That's really cool. I want to thank again. I think I thanked him last stream, but you know, I want to thank our newest member, Stray Evolution. Thank you for that.
Construction complete.
Putting your faith in me, I appreciate it. Hope I get to talk to you in Discord sometime. And if not, that's cool. Maybe you don't like Discord. That's okay. But anyway, we got sorry about that, and knocked the mic. So we have our first planet. Looks like we're gonna colonize it if I haven't queued it up already. It looks like I did. I don't have it. So yeah, so we're starting to roll along here a little bit. You know, we still haven't cleared the tile blockers on our main planet, which of course is Middle Earth. Now, I made the Eye of Sauron a post-apocalyptic origin because of the fact that basically, if Sauron took over Middle Earth, it would look like Mordor. The whole thing would end up looking like. That's just my headcanon, I guess. You know, but that scenario has never been tried, as far as I know. At least not from Jericho, right? I've never read the books. That's the other thing. So there will be gaps in the lore. I only know what I've seen in the movies and what I can remember. So, but I have watched the movies throughout my life. As a kid, as a teenager, you know, when they first came out, I was there, you know, when they were first released. And it is one of the greatest trilogies of all time. It was very accurate, very close. I've always heard it was very close to how J.R. Tolkien presented it. So, yeah, I mean, but there probably will be gaps. And if you want to point out the gaps, feel free to point it out. Let people know, hey, it was actually like this. I'm okay with that. You know, I always want to learn, so I could always adjust the build later. You know, in another, you know, another run or whatever. If I do it again, you know, I can make that lore adjustment. But I think so far this seems pretty solid. Yeah, so we have an okay amount of mineral gain. I decided to just. Because I'm devouring Swarm, I'm going to be getting lots and lots of systems. I don't really need to worry about producing minerals on my planet that much. And as you're going to find here, you know, I haven't seen any other qualifying planets around that are actually habitable. Not yellow, not red. No, I don't even bother with those planets. You know. Because they're just useless. They just create deficit. They don't. Well, maybe the yellow ones produce a little bit, but they have so much deficit it almost nullifies what their production. So, yeah, it's just and red planets are just terrible. So, I would much rather wait till I get terraforming, you know, fast as I can, and then terraform the yellow planets and then colonize them, than have a bad colony. Game and wait for ecological adaptation, which I think should be removed, and I think that you should just be able to terraform any planet no matter what population's on it, and I think that's realistic, and it breaks my immersion when you've got those redundancies in there, like ecological adaptation and climate restoration. I think you should just be able to do all of it right away. Any planet that gets in your territory, you should be able to utilize it. Not being able to use it for half or most of the game is ridiculous. That is my opinion. So, it's not really opinion, it's more of an informed opinion. I've played a lot of games of Stellaris, and it's really just a complete waste of time when you're forced into like a 3 or 4 planet challenge. It's not very fun. No, I don't think tall is fun. It's not my preferred style. I can do it. And, you know, the challenge is fun, right? Sometimes, if I'm in the mood for that. But I want to play the way I want to play. And most times I want to play wide. So if the game forces me to play tall, that's not cool. All right? It's okay if I want to play tall and then I do that. That's great. But being forced to play tall is not cool. and it should be happening nearly as much as it does. But because habitability is dog shit, you know, the state of it right now, that is why. That's why I often do get forced to playing tall. So, yeah. Again, one of the reasons I have, you know, just 2,000 hours of Stellaris, as much as I cover it, and I don't have 10,000. That wasn't a thing. You know, warfare stuff. I'm not going to get into that, though. I already made a video about that stuff. I've talked about it many times on this channel, on my screen. So if you want to know more about my beef with you know, with this game and the issues I think that they need fixed, just check out that video, the how to save Stellaris 4. It really just irons out everything wrong I think is wrong with the game out of my 5 or 6 years of playing it. I've actually played it since release, I think, but I quit for long periods of time because of, you know, plots. But anyway, so we're rolling along here. So far, so good. So far, I haven't seen any empires within 4 jumps of me. No. And looks like we have a planet here, but it's not really habitable. It's not my planet type, so. You know, it's hilarious. I pick... Oh, I can't say that yet. I don't want to spoil it. Because you guys don't know what's going to happen yet. And I want to just keep it that way. So I'm going to do my best to not spoil, guys. Until we get there, you know. So we have, yeah, we just claimed a new planet, so hopefully, yeah, we're going to colonize it right now. We don't have enough food, so let's see what we do. Yeah, we're going to buy some more food. So we just bought about 1,000. That's usually pretty standard. That'll tide us over for a while, keep us running out. You may notice that I've actually concentrated on food somewhat. I just know playing Devouring Swarm, especially playing Hive Mind, that food will always be an issue, so you might as well just preempt it. I know some people, they trash talk farmers. They're not wrong, but you know what? Well, you're gonna not have food? Yeah, that'll go really well. So yeah, instead of dumping my economy into, you know, dumping my energy credits every month in food, and instead I'm just gonna produce, it's gonna be a lot cheaper. So yeah, you know, I think really they ought to. I almost think they ought to get rid of food. Honestly, I think they should get rid of. They should get rid of food. They should get rid of consumer goods. It should just be alloys, minerals, and energy credits. You know, that really, you know, and simplify it a little bit. Right now, I think there's way too many resources, man. Starting to. There are way too many. It's way too hard to keep track of, and inefficient. You know, there's no efficient way to keep track, unless they put chart. You know, they have a report or whatever. You know, an economic report or something like that. They more functionality and quality of life stuff surrounding around being able to track your economy and control it. I think they just need to take some stuff. But anyway, so we got our first tradition. We're going to go with expansion this time. That's a little bit of a risk, considering that I'm going to be fighting right away, most likely. Or we'll need to be ready to fight right away, you know, if I get rushed or whatever. Because all empires hate you as a devouring. So if they're stronger than you, they're going to attack you. You know, that's... Because, oh, and another problem with the game. But see, I don't knock Paradox for this. I don't knock what I'm about to say. This has been a problem in strategy games since the beginning of time. The computer has full vision and full intel at all times. The computer always knows when you're weakest, when you're weaker than they are. They know what your weapons are, and they know where your fleets are. They know everything. They are omniscient in strategy. I have noticed it over the years. It's been very obvious. You can argue with me on it, but come on, I don't think anybody will. Anybody who's played a lot of strategy games like I have in the past, you know what I'm talking about. The computer sees all, knows all. It pretends that it doesn't, but it does. Okay. I'm hoping someday, soon, and it looks like it will be soon, because you know what I'm going to say. With AI, that could possibly change drastically. With AI, it could, you know, in the game, actual AI, the computer actually could, you know, make its own decisions based on what's revealed. You know what I mean? And then it could actually try to scout and do things and get intel naturally. You know, they've already done this somewhat in StarCraft too. They have AI bots that play StarCraft. Now I don't know if the bots actually don't have vision, but I know at least one AI that they worked on didn't have vision, and it actually did pretty well. It really gave the Grandmasters a run for their money. I think they were still able to beat it, but it was very difficult to beat the advanced AI that they had playing StarCraft 2 on the ladder. Yeah, it was on the ladder. So this was actually a few years ago too. So I'm sure the technology's improved even more now. But if we could get something like that, like, you know, with the difficulty scale, of course. Yeah, I don't want to play a Grandmaster AI. I don't think I'm that good, guys. You know, but like, you know, something, you know, in the middle somewhere, you know, middle of the road. I think that could make its own decisions and not basically be cheating at all times. It'd have to cheat in order to function. Yeah, that would be a nice thing. So we made spawning pools. See, that's another reason we need more food, and we already got a deficit. So like, really, I'm just sick and tired of the economy bullshit that I get confronted with every time I play. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it preemptively. I don't like food, sure, but I hate being out of it even more. So I'm just gonna fucking make it right away, because I know it's gonna be a problem. The thing of it is, you know, I want to save my alloys for ships. I don't want to make a lot of starbase. So, and also there's other tech that I had to grab besides hydroponic farms. So yeah, I'm just gonna make agriculture districts. Looks like we're starting to claim systems. That's good. We'll go ahead and start auto-constructing mining stations so we can start harvesting resources of these systems. Looks like we have a number 8 on one of our systems that we claim. That's going to be really good. And an 8 deposit. We have a 2 deposit over there. I'm mainly paying attention to the mineral deposits, because basically we're getting most of our mineral gain from our, and that's kind of mostly how you want to do things on average, especially if you know you're going wide. And as Devouring Swarm, if you're not going wide, you are doing something wrong. You are having a bad time, because basically you should be destroying other empire, and if you're not, then you're not doing your build right. You're not doing the strat. So I'm going in and out like a loose plug, motherfucker. Really, dude. Okay.
Technology
well
secured.
I hope this is better. Yeah, guys, I'm at a loss. I really don't know what the fuck. Like, I'm just, I think it's part of why I've been upset lately, honestly. How about now? Yeah, I don't know if this is any better, but I switched it to that, and people said it sounded like shit. So, I mean, I guess maybe I just got to keep my face in front of the mic. I do look away from it. Maybe I just need to work on that. But I think it's absolutely retarded that just because I turn my face or whatever, that the mic doesn't pick it up. Like, even with the noise gates, like, come on. So yeah, it's really frustrating, guys. This mic shit. And I think it's OBS too. A lot of people told me that it's not. I'm like, you know for sure? Because like, I don't know what else it is. I mean, but I looked up to see if there were alternatives to OBS, and I couldn't find it. But I'm really fed up with it. I really find like the options on OBS to be lacking as well, as far as microphone options. I want something fucking simple that just works. I don't have to fucking upgraded. No, I don't have to be an audio technician to fucking figure out. No, I don't have time for that. I really don't. And it's really frustrating because I don't even know if what I'm doing is working. Like, I thought what I was doing was working, and now you're telling me that I'm cutting in and out again. So what the fuck, man? Boy, you have no idea how much it frustrates me, guys. Oh my god. It's why I haven't come out with a video in like almost 2 months or in a month. I haven't done a lot of uploads because I can't, because it sounds like this. This shit's going on and I can't do anything about it. Other than maybe, I don't know if it's good now. Please let me know. You know, I'll try to keep my face in front of the mic. Maybe that'll help. But if that doesn't help, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore, guys. I'm at a loss. I'm numb with it and at my wit's end. I'm gonna buy another mic because there's already things I don't like about this mic, and I have a feeling that one of the issues that's causing what's happening right now. Okay, there is a button on top of this mic that is touch sensitive that I'm pretty sure adjusts the sound in some way. And it's ridiculous because you don't know if it's on or off. And so there's no way for me to tell if it's on or off unless I hear my recording back, and I can't do that during my stream. Sorry, guys. Really, so I will try to keep my face in front of the mic. Maybe that's just what I have to do. But I would love to get a mic where I don't have to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and now it's just disrupting the stream. But anyway, you know, gameplay's there. So hopefully that'll get. So looks like we got another tradition. Okay. And yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we did make a new ship. So we made a new ship design because it does this stupid thing where it uses point defense systems. I have no fucking idea why. Why would you use that section? It's utterly useless. Just use the intercept. But yeah, so anyway, that but yeah, with the ship design, you want the interceptor section. You do not want the other one. The other one is dark. Or what computer thinks. Good idea. I just switch it. I just switch it out. I have tried going off the computer's recommendations, and I've had a little. It's been okay a lot of times, but like I said in the beginning of the game, get that. Well, for one, I don't even know why they picked that. See, all of the AI's action, I would love to know why they're doing, but you know, there's so much obscurity here. There's so much vagueness. Most of the stuff in this game is not explained very. But yeah, we're going along. So it's year 9. We've already got several systems
expanded.
Yeah, and buying minerals.
Vessels upgraded.
Maybe I can adjust this arm. Try to get this in front of my face a little bit more. Oh. Yeah, if I knew, I don't know, I might have rethought. No, I wouldn't have rethought living here, but I tell you, one of the tough things about living here is how difficult electronics is. And I knew that it was going to be challenging, but man, I had no idea. Really did. So hopefully,
construction complete.
Hopefully soon I can buy. Like I said, I just got paid. I might be buying a computer. I haven't decided. We'll see what happens. I actually think I need to do taxes first, Oh, that's good. And a few other, obligatory things. Or I commit to buying a computer. It's not going to be a state of the art or anything. I'm going to buy old equipment. I think, I'm going to buy older parts, for cheaper. See if I can get that going on. I don't need something amazing. I just need something better than this, basically. Something that doesn't have the power supply of a potato. It's really the power supply that's the problem. The parts in this computer are actually really good. It's just it overheats all the time. It has no cooling system. And I don't think the wattage on the transformer is good enough. It's helping to do that, but it's still a bit of a drop just to do what you think is best. Yeah, it really... Man, that anger. No, not you. You don't anger me. I just mean the mic issues, man. I think really that's probably the number one hardest part about this job. Is just trying to figure out your mic. I don't know how people do it.
Construction complete.
I really don't know how other YouTubers do it. I mean, I understand why some YouTubers, they just let themselves sound like shit and they don't care. I think your voice is like one of the most important things you can improve on your channel to get views, other than just the content itself, what you're presenting. Like, or showing your face if you are attractive, right? If you are attractive, really attractive. So I don't mean like it's all in your head. I like, you are actually good looking. You know what I mean? I mean there are ways to tell that. No. But yeah, like, I mean, if you're fit and in shape, I mean, I would show my face in heartbeat, but no.
Construction complete.
I don't know. I mean, I don't look bad. I don't think I look bad now. Actually, I've been looking in the mirror lately. I don't know. I can't tell if my stomach's shrinking or not, but I see lines. I do. And I see much more of a shape than I did when I got here. So, and I've been running, and I've been able to run farther, longer. And that's been really helpful. But we are totally off topic. Sorry. The mic issues threw me off here. There's always some stupid shit. I hate to sound like a simp. I get down. So, it's just frustrating. Okay. So, so what I decided to do this game also, I decided to take one science vessel and manually control it. And go around systematically and explore what I want to be explored next, and have the rest of my science vessels on auto survey but not explore, so they do not go places where I don't want them. Such as other empires' territory, and just waste that valuable time that they could be doing something else. Because there is absolutely zero reason. I've never found any good reason for my science vessels to explore enemy territory, or explore territory within other borders, because you don't get anomalies, and you can't colonize anything in there anyway unless you take them over. So, and when you take them over, they're already revealed. So yeah, it's a total waste. I really don't know why they do things that way. Why when you hit auto they do that. It's pretty annoying. So, but anyway, yeah, finally we're getting rid of these other crappy designs. And so we've met another empire here already, which is within 4 jumps of us, of course. I mean, it's just because it's so much to ask to have one game where that doesn't happen, right? But that's apparently that's way too much to ask. So we'll just go with it.
Complete.
And we're gonna move this way, which is the other reason I did that science vessel setup I just showed you. So yeah. So I'm going to be exploring, and then those science vessels, they won't explore anything. They won't survey anything that is claimed. So at least they do that. It'd be even more annoying if they surveyed what was already claimed. So that's why I do auto survey now, but I don't do auto explore. I manually.
Construction complete.
So our alloys are doing a little better. Our economy is doing all right.
Charted.
I built some buildings. I've claimed some planets. I've colonized some planets. We have empty building slots here, and we're just playing the game, you know, as normal. But I now that I spotted another empire, I do need to pump out ships, so that I believe I've been doing that. But we only have 13 naval capacity right now. I have 29. We definitely need to 3 seconds. So hopefully I do that here.
Star system charted.
So we're on our 3rd tradition there. That one was or 4th actually. Forgot which one that was, but we're almost done filling it out. Actually, we did fill it out. Not bad. So I decided to. I think we're going to go with Imperial Prerogative here, simply because Empire size reduction is so critical with this build because it's going to be so damn wide and so huge that to not have Empire size reduction is pretty bad. So it's just going to be spreading rapidly across the galaxy. So yeah, as much Empire reduction as we can possibly get. That's the other reason I went with the expansion, to get that Empire size reduction right from the beginning. As you can see, we haven't even gone over 100 Empire sprawl yet, which is a critical number that you want to stay under as long as possible early game. Pardon the phone. But anyway, so I just feel like I probably just ruined my stream with the whole cutting in and out and thing. Like you said, that's going to turn a lot of people off, I think. But we'll see. I mean, there's 6 of you here right now, so just really frustrating. I mean, you know what though? I could just rip this footage and actually, you know, do some voice work and you know, script it over or whatever. You know, and as a story or something like that.
Construction.
I mean, I could just use the footage and re-record. But having to do that is a pain in the ass. It takes time. We'll see. Anyway, so now our alloys stay the same for a while here. Yeah, I think, like I said, the economy needs a lot more control. And like, okay, so the problem is, yeah, you start with nothing. And you know, your pops trickle in at such a slow rate. It's just like, it's really hard to like, you know, be consistent. Because you can build all the buildings and districts and everything, but if you don't have pops to fill them, then they're basically all they're doing is giving you a deficit, basically. So we got a lot of level ups. Looks like we have a decent amount of unity here. We'll see if that lasts. Okay, Spark of Genius is really cool. Collector, that's a must-have for hive minds. That's a bad one. Logistical understanding, sure. There you go. That'll make our ships cheaper.
Construction complete.
So yeah. Now, as you can see, we're getting screwed on planet placement here. Absolutely screwed. We are. This is a very unlucky planet placement, and it's just going to get worse here, I think. But we're going to keep playing. We're going to keep playing this. It does get better, I believe. Now, we got a lot of concurrence. That's cool. So I'm glad you guys are here, by the way. I hope you guys like this format. You know, other than the mic problems, you know, what do you think about just the pre-recorded play and then me commenting on it and talking about it, you know, while talking about other things too, and just having talk show part of it as well. I think it's going to be good for everybody.
Spaceborne life
that way you can see me, you know, You can see me play the game. I never stop playing the game. I'm just constantly playing in the background. But you know, I can always pause the video if I need to talk about something, whatever. But yeah, see, as you can see, I'm exploring with my ship manually and surveying automatically with science vessels, and it's working pretty well. I really did like this strategy. I think I'm going to continue doing this. Our tech is really annoying too. Tech has been a sore spot this game because as always, you know, I need the other resources, but I don't have enough pops to fill the research. So yeah, it is what it is.
Construction complete.
Part of me feels like I have gotten as good as I can possibly get at this game within the constraints that it provides me. You know, that's what I kind of feel. So I know that's probably not accurate. I mean, there's always ways to improve my game, like I did with the science vessels. I'm always trying new stuff, I guess. It's just I don't really think I still haven't seen any better solution to the problems I've set. Other than what I've already stated in the videos I've... A lot of people are excited for Stellaris 2. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have mixed feelings. I want to be hopeful, but part of me doesn't have any hope that it's going to be any better. I mean, if it works, the performance will be nice, right? We'll be able to have big, large galaxies again. That might be cool if we can actually have large galaxies. If it actually does something. But so many times, and Paradox is no exception, they say they'll fix something and it doesn't get fixed, or it doesn't really change at all. Like, I remember they said that they were going to change the fleet meta and everything was going to be completely different, all this stuff. Nah, we just end up doom stacking battleships again. Which, I don't have a problem with that. I don't know why people had beef about it in the first place. I mean, battleships should be powerful. They cost a lot of resources. If you're not going to make them powerful, then they shouldn't cost that amount of resources, right? So, I mean, really, what I think, again, like I said in my video, why don't you just make different types of battleship that do a kind of a paper rock scissors thing? You know? Do the paper rock scissors thing, and that way, you know, there's counterplay,
secured.
and you're not just building the same thing over. So we got access to hydroponic farms, but food processing, I'll tell you right now, that's important. It is. If you want to stay on top of food, and it's really good for your farm plants, and we have one, and it hardly ever pops up. So I know how rare that is, so I'm going to pick that instead. Hydroponics will pop up again. It totally will. I guarantee. Hydroponics is a really popular tech. And we're not even making star bases right now, because we're saving all our alloys for ships. I don't really mind the slow build speed of having one shipyard right at the moment. I do fix that later, but yeah. So looks like the Orcs of Mordor are spreading pretty well. We haven't conquered anyone yet, but I imagine in the next game we will. And it looks like we still have yet to make contact with that empire down south of us, which is a good thing, because I don't want to fight them before I'm ready, obviously. Because with Devouring Swarm and other Total War builds, you are basically playing permadeath. If you lose a war, your game is over. They will wipe you out, because their Casus Belli will be end threat. So they won't really go for a status quo unless their war exhaustion is like 100, but even then, yeah, so yeah, just be prepared to lose. If you lose a war, you're going to lose the game. You might as well restart. Well, you'll have to, because you'll get eliminated. Again, hope it's not cutting in and out too much. Okay, so we discovered them. All right. And we just go ahead and go for the aggressive option so we can get better espionage. I guess we'll use the espionage option here. There's nothing else really to do with our envoys, right? So we might as well. So we got that set up. Hopefully, even though it's really hit or miss whether we actually get intel on them or not. And so now we definitely need to crank out the ships. 24 naval capacity isn't very good, so we're gonna go ahead and switch up our capital to produce more alloys, hopefully. And so we got another tradition available. This is a no-brainer. We absolutely need to pick supremacy right away, and that gave us way more naval capacity, so we could double our power basically without it. That's going to be really nice, and also ship bonuses and things, especially when we cap out the tradition. So, yep. So we're just rolling along, and we're going to keep going. But as you can see, we are still getting screwed on habitable planets. There is nothing other than the 3 that we start with. I really hate games like that. I'll tell you guys, I really do. I hate it with a passion. That's why I complain about the habitability, because that's why it's like that. Because habitability is just worthless right now. Well, it's like, okay, so out of all the planets on the galaxy, I can only use 20% of them, if that, maybe 15. How does that allow you to play the game? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me at all. It never has. But you know what? It's cool. We'll just hopefully we'll find something. I think we eventually do. But I think that's actually been the biggest problem this time around. It's just been no habitables. Not really. They're all, I'm not finding a single planet here that's my type. Well, that's why I was actually also very irritated that they changed the habitability for machine empires, because now they're just as, you know, they're just as handicapped as the other races, make no mistake, because if it's not green, it's dog shit, basically. What I've learned. So we have our economy's doing all right, though. It is. We're having 3 planets, it's doing all right, but this is not sustainable. I'm telling you. We got to get more than three planets, at least by end. Definitely don't want to staying. Not as a devouring. But I'm confident that we won't, as long as we can kill other empires. So we won't have 3 planets for long. And especially if we get terraforming, we already have good energy credit gains, so that'll be helpful as well. But I really hate games where you know, basically you start with 3 planets, but the computer starts with like 10 or 15. It's very imbalanced. You know, they get like 10 or 15 planets that are just like there all around. And I've had games, to be fair, I've had games like that for me, where I've had several, which is how I know it can happen. And so how I know that I'm getting screwed when I don't see any planets like mine. Yeah, my planet type. Because I've had games where I've found a lot of planets that match my type, and those were all really good games, almost without exception. So very enjoyable. I was actually able to play and actually do it.
Recon and research vessel under attack.
So I think we have no. This was just they were jerks. But so I gotta wait for that sign. Back.
Construction complete.
I don't know if I took my fleets out yet. I don't think I did, but I am gonna eventually take them out, clean up all this trash on the galaxy map. Like that. You know, I almost canceled the stream today, guys. I was really tired, but I'm glad I didn't. So I've had a good couple of days though. I do need to eat something after this. It's just I try not to eat before I have to do something important because I always get drowsy.
Construction complete.
So we're building some city districts so we can get more buildings. We've placed a few. The problem is we don't have enough pops to fill the jobs that we. So we're just basically have to sit here and be bored.
Star system charted.
There's a lot of boredom in Stellaris. A lot of waiting. They honestly, I know why they don't have it, but man, this game could really use a fourth speed. It really could use a faster speed. Absolutely. Maybe hopefully they'll put one in when they make the pop change. That would be amazing. Like, because even 3 times speed is way too slow. It really is. I haven't mentioned this, but man, I tell you, so many times I wish that, dude, can I just speed this shit up? You know? I don't want it to be like StarCraft. You guys think I do, I don't. I really don't. Not all of you, but like, you know, I've had comments criticizing me saying, "Oh, you want this to be like StarCraft 2?" You know, no, I don't. I play this for a totally different reason. You know, I've got to be in a different kind of mood to play StarCraft. Both are good games. I mean, I guess, but like, nah, for this game though, but the principles still apply for all strategy, right? And if I can get a game done faster, I'm going to want to do that. I don't want to sit there and wait there for hours when I don't have to.
Complete.
Especially when it's not entertaining. There's only so much you can do in this kind of situation anyway. I mean, this is just early game is honestly, I think mid game out of the different phases of the game is the most exciting. I think mid game's the most exciting. That's when all the wars happen. That's when all the conflict happens. You know, you start getting hyper relays. You start getting more power. You start getting really powerful stuff that you know functions well. You're actually able to play the game. You have a good empire if you survive that long, and you're pretty powerful. But you don't have any of the end game tech yet. So, but I think it's a pretty decent balance in mid game. Now, early game, you have nothing, so you got nothing to do with. End game, you know, has so much performance issues and it's so slow that even though you get a lot of cool stuff, for one, you don't need a half that cool stuff to win. Honestly, with a lot of my games, the ones I've won lately, I didn't even make it to end game. I just cleaned them out. You know, I just cleaned them out. Just like I'm probably going to do on this game, for sure. Unless I keep getting screwed by the 3-planet challenge. But we're exploring, we're continuing to survey, we're continuing to build and expand our empire. We're just going to ignore that empire south of us, keep building fleets to deter them from more on us. We also have a spy network, so one of the other advantages to having a spy network, small advantage, is there's a good chance that if they want to declare war on you, that it will warn you in advance that they're preparing. So, and they have not done that yet, so that's a really good sign that we're either ahead of them or we're equal and they won't. What is my prey of the day today? I don't know.
Star system chart.
I guess it's that empire south of me, but I think we've spotted an empire to the west of us. I think we've pretty much spotted an empire to the west of us. We just haven't made contact. So let's see. Our Unity's doing okay. I think it's better than it used to be. See how that develops. Our alloys are still not great. That's the other thing. I wasn't really able to get my alloys where I There's a stronghold. But I think we have
Construction complete.
so we got energy. Maybe I did do up an energy grid somewhere, but I do need to. I think I did on my planet already. So yeah, because we have like 113 energy credit gains, so that's really good. That's gonna help us a lot. So what are we gonna put here? Excuse me, yeah, guys, I'm pretty damn tired. Yeah, we're just gonna keep claiming systems. I mean, this is the boring part of the game, right? Where you're establishing order. Hopefully, the next episode will be more exciting, and hopefully, my mic will sound better. But we'll see. By the way, how is my mic doing? I think I haven't lost all of you, so it looks like it might be okay. Yeah, like none of these worlds are habitable by us. None of these worlds are matching planet type. Food processing, so we got that. So we'll probably put that on our food planet. And I'm thinking, yeah, pop growth. We really need pop growth bad. Can't go wrong with it. All our problems right now is because we don't have pops to fill our job. Yep, that's what I was leaving that spot up for. There we go. So now I built the food building. That's going to double my food and going to fix that food deficit so I don't have to pay for it.
Construction complete.
Council agenda.
So we
ready.
got 33 out of 59 capacity. We're doing okay, I guess. I wonder if I've taken my fleets out to clear that trash yet. I call the little, you know, enemy fleets that don't belong to an empire, I call them trash. Because, you know, they're usually pretty small. Not always. Sometimes they have a lot, but most of the time, no.
Construction complete.
So it's kind of like, you know, in a raid in a MMO, you know, you clear the trash before you get to the boss, that kind of thing. That's what it reminds me of. So same kind of cool there. Yeah, technology's doing rough also because basically I have to choose between my economy and technology or building chips. Which I didn't have to. Well, I wouldn't if I had some fucking planets, some real planets, but I don't.
Construction complete.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll. It looks like we will probably overcome. I mean, we're gaining a lot of territory here already. We're spreading pretty fast. So hopefully we won't get boxed in. I don't think we do this game. So they declare rivalry. That's a bad sign.
Construction complete.
If they're doing that, that means that they're at least of equal power to us. So I don't think they necessarily declare rivalry if they're weaker than we are. Our unity gains, all right. So looks like we're going to be getting into this territory here. Looks like we found a synthetic crystals. Can't really exploit them yet, but later on we will be able to. And this is all just set up anyway. The question is, am I going to get rushed this game, or am I going to be allowed to live? Usually, if you can make it to year 2300 without dying as a Total War Empire,
Star
usually in pretty good
system
shape.
charted. Construction complete.
Okay, so I guess I just need to keep my face in front of the mic. That's really annoying, but I will do my best. And this is the other reason I am going to, be doing, pre-recording gameplay, because if I'm not messing with the game, then I won't get distracted and I can keep my face in front of the mic without having to, like, type or anything. Yeah, that's the thing. That is true. So if they weren't, yeah. Hey Seth, how's it going, man? Welcome back, dude. Our alloys did rise, so that's good. Our tech did rise a little bit. Fleet power keeps rising. We have 10,000 energy credits. That is a very good position there. I think we are probably soon going to buy alloy. Very annoyed that I'm having mic problems still, but you know what? I'm getting through it. I'm just really tired today, guys. But I've had a really good past couple days. So I'll tell you guys what's going on lately. I met a group of expats. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I met some people here, and so I feel that hold on a second. What's going on? Oh, come on, please. Come on. 56, 33. So, piece of shit.